Yo, what up? Welcome to the Putback Podcasts on the Part Daily Network. My name is Nash, host of the Putback Podcast. And with me, I got... Yeah, I'm still working on my intro. I'm still working on an intro. That wasn't that great. That wasn't the best. With me, I got Mark.
Yes, hello.
And on the ones and twos, a great DJ Smythe.
Not a DJ. We'll go back to the old slogan for this one.
What is going on, guys? What's going on?
Not a whole lot, Just NBA season's slowly winding down there.
How many games you got left? Like 10?
Yeah, every team's got about 11, 12 games. Yeah, around 10.
Man, finally. This is part of the season where I'm just bored.
Just let it end. You know who's playing what.
I don't think I've watched a game in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I just watch highlights, man.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, let's just get it on. Let's speed it up. Right now I'm like watching hockey, but even hockey now I'm just like, oh, okay, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, you already know who's going where. It's just the middle and the last two seeds that you're trying to figure out what's going on. But it's like, who cares? It's the starting playoffs. So let's get going.
Well, there's a shuffling going on. So back again with another Putback podcast. I mean, we're making this a trend now. Crazy.
About time.
Crazy. So what we're here to do is we're going to come up with a consensus all NBA teams. All NBA teams. That's what we're going to try and do. Come up with a Putback podcast consensus all NBA teams. And maybe at the end I'll ask you guys, maybe every time, if we can get a couple episodes in between before the playoffs, I'll ask you who you think is going to win in the playoffs.
Put the money down on it,
right? Put some cash down. Are we gonna do guess the winners and guess how many games? Like you guys?
No, because nothing's set. So I'm just gonna say,
set?
So whatever's currently right now.
Yeah.
You guys tell me who you think has a better chance or what we can expect.
Okay.
Yeah,
as of right now.
Because things will change.
So, let's get right into it. So we're gonna go all NBA teams. So I think what we'll do is come up with the names, and then maybe, or do you want to talk through the names and then slot them, or do you want to?
I think you got to slot them first.
Yeah,
slot them.
I guess we got to go first, second, third.
Okay,
because the first will be the least drama, right?
Okay, so we'll slot them. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go guards first.
Wow.
We'll slot them. We'll try and come up with the 6 names, and then we'll slot them as we go. So the guards, and feel free to add names as you guys please. There's a lot of names.
So are we going just all guards? Are we going point guard, shooting guard? Or are we going?
I guess we're just gonna go guard.
All guards, because there's 6 guard spots. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what the position. There's 6 guards.
So
there are 12 names I got.
Yeah,
at least 12 names.
Mm-hmm. I mean, only 6 of them matter, but
Yeah, but we'll try and slot them because there's a lot of guards. This one's a little deep. So we're gonna go Steph. How many locks do you think there are?
I think there's
just locks.
There can be 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's 2 guard spots and there's 2 potential guards to fill them.
All right. So the locks, I'm thinking Steph Harden.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Not a lock, eh?
No.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Steph Curry.
No, not even.
What?
Who's
your other guard?
Wow. Okay. Damian Lillard.
Oh. No, not on the first team. Not for me.
Okay, so we have no locks here.
Wow.
Kyrie Irving?
No.
First team? No way.
No, all teams.
Oh, all in general?
I'm talking the 6 names. The 6 names.
Yeah. All those guys are on the list.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm not talking first team. I'm just talking the 6 names
all those
locked.
guys are on the list.
Okay, so Steph Curry, James Harden, Dame Lillard, Russell.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell.
No. Unfortunately, it's not yet. It's not his time.
No,
too young.
There's only 6.
This probably is going to be his best chance to get on this.
No, not this year.
You think?
Because I think next year they're going to be good.
You think he's going to repeat this next year?
Yeah.
Because this is his first good season. Even in the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing that well.
No, I think next year
because his usage, if you look at his usage, he was up there with Russell Westbrook, and he wasn't making shots, man.
This will boost. I think this will boost his confidence, him getting into the playoffs and getting an opportunity to actually show this is what I can do. He
made an All-Star team, right?
Yeah, but that was he made an All-Star team. He didn't. And didn't really earn the position.
They counted all the same.
So. He probably shouldn't have been. Yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I put him on my All-Star team, but yeah. This is my thing with Russell. This is a good test with D'Angelo Russell. And if you want to ask anybody about the NBA, so you ask anybody you're talking to about the NBA, just ask them about D'Angelo Russell and see what they say. If they say, "Hey, the Lakers were stupid for trading him," you can stop talking to that guy because that guy doesn't watch the NBA. Because the Lakers did not trade this D'Angelo Russell.
No,
because the D'Angelo Russell they had was bad.
Was he bad or was he just not?
He wasn't that bad.
No, he was pretty bad.
Like he's not that. He wasn't this good.
Well, if you're not making shots, but you have the usage of Russell Westbrook and like all those top guards, that's pretty bad. And you're not making shots.
It's a transition, though.
Yeah,
it's not learning, and you're coming under, and you're trying to come under the tutelage of Kobe Bryant, which is already hard enough. It's like you coming under MJ and having someone that's going to scrutinize.
He played on Kobe Bryant teams.
Well, coming into this season, do you think he was going to be like this? D'Angelo Russell?
I don't think he'd be like this. But if you look at his stats when he was on the Lakers,
they're bad.
Stats, no,
yeah, they were bad.
No,
yes.
How many points was he averaging?
He averaged 15. Okay,
yeah.
So his second year,
look at his usage though.
His usage is
fine. It's high. It's like Westbrook.
He's a starter. He shoots terrible from the field. This is his best season shooting. He's shooting 43%. He does not shoot the ball well. Okay, so you have to put that in perspective. Now he's playing more minutes and he's averaging 20 points. It's just okay, expected. Is he efficient? Absolutely not. Right?
He's not. He's not that kind of guard.
Well, efficiency is probably.
He's like a poor man's Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
that's why I keep comparing
Westbrook is not that great shooting.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
We'll get there.
So yeah, like I never expected. I don't know if he's going to repeat this next year. I don't know if it's just.
I think he will.
He's making shots.
No, I think
he's making more shots now. I don't know if he's going to repeat this thing.
I think his points per game will stay. Mm-hmm. His assists might take a dip depending on who they acquire in the offseason, but
he's a starting point guard. He's in that 7 assists is okay for him.
Would you pay him?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, what's he going to pay?
Well, but he's not a max guy, right?
You're going to have to give him max. If that's what I mean. If you're going to pay him, it's max.
No. He's not a max guy. So if
you're not. So if you're Brooklyn, you're not
max,
paying him.
You're not paying him.
Okay, so Brooklyn's not paying him.
Well, I guess no one else is going to pay him that money.
Oh, yes, they will.
Who?
This is the NBA.
Who?
Yes, they will.
There is a team.
Whoever they do it all the time, Mark. Every time someone doesn't get a free agent or promise a free agent, they swing on that. They swing on that next tier. This is the same thing what happened to the Knicks. Remember that year that the Knicks were supposed to get LeBron James, and they were claiming to get LeBron James, and they ended up getting Stoudemire, who the Phoenix Suns didn't even want to pay, but they swung on Stoudemire, and because the Phoenix Suns knew his knees were gone, and he only lasted half a year.
Gave you.
Remember when Boozer got paid?
Yep. But no one said to pay Boozer.
But he got paid. He got a max deal.
No one said to pay Boozer.
He got a max deal. I'm telling you, this is how the NBA works.
That was a rough contract.
Would you have given John Wall a supermax, Mark? No, but he got a supermax.
I wouldn't give any point guard supermax.
But I'm telling you,
you can always find one in the draft.
You are right. You shouldn't pay him.
The guys upstairs are missing. They're doing dumb stuff. They're thinking that these guys are going to fill the seats. Great. You can fill the seats, but if your team ain't winning, those seats going to soon empty out.
Eventually, they're going to empty out.
Another guy that's probably going to get paid, Kemba Walker. This guy on your own.
No.
Are you guys serious?
I don't know.
He can score.
I honestly,
not top 6.
No,
man.
I'll say this. I think after the whole Mike Conley thing, I think some people are going to be a little reluctant to put that big money on a smaller guard. Because you gave Mike Conley, and that was a talk of the town. That team's struggling. And it's like...
Oh, team's struggling, man. That's not his fault.
But it's not his fault. But the thing is, you're going to give that guy all that money. And
I'm talking about all NBA now. But I think he's going to get paid anyway. But I'm talking all NBA.
No. In retrospect, he shoots the ball worse than D'Angelo Russell. So...
This year?
Yeah.
Shooting 42%, 35 from 3, and 83 from field goal?
Yeah. From foul.
And he's the one carrying that team. Like, who's the second best player on the Hornets team? We've gone through this already.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist?
Yeah.
Was it Miles Bridges?
I don't know.
If you want to say that.
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The talent gap between him and the next guy is so huge.
Yeah.
It's so huge.
But, technically, when you're looking at it, D'Angelo Russell's
and he's
been better
balling,
years.
He's so fast, and he's balling like crazy, man.
Yeah. He just has great games.
Yeah.
But behind those games have to be terrible games whose numbers are this, right? I mean... And I like
you think these numbers are bad?
They're not bad, but they're not good.
He's also on a bad team. You have to put that in consideration.
Yeah, but shooting 43% doesn't help your team at that point. You're scoring 25 points at the cost of games.
Well, you also got to think he's the only one to be able to take shots, right? So that's why it's like...
Yeah, but
Yeah, ain't nobody else really shooting on that team.
Yeah. Bradley Beal, Mark.
That's a guard. Yeah.
Nah.
He's closer than those other two guys.
Seriously, guys, you guys are killing me with this, man.
It's hard to make it, man.
Bradley Beal is balling right now, man.
Fantastic basketball.
Like balling.
You could throw the guy's name in an All NBA team.
No, you know what? He's borderline. If there was a fourth team, he'd be in the conversation.
Yeah,
sure,
but not in the three.
No,
not what we're talking about.
47%, 35 from three, 82 from free throw.
Yeah, because John Wall's not there.
He's legitimately a great basketball player
without John Wall.
No, and I mean the only the wins they got that the Wizards got, they're because of him.
Yeah, he's the best player on that team by far.
The wins they got is because of him. I'm not gonna blame him for the L's because that's not his fault.
That's not on him.
Well, you gotta take it. You can't give him the win. You can't give him half of.
Can't give him LeBron all the wins and none of the losses.
Well, the team's garbage.
The team is garbage.
The team is trash.
Yeah, but he got to take someone. He got to take somebody else.
I think he's the best part of that team. Like you would take Bradley Beal on your team.
Yeah, All NBA no.
And this is an important All NBA for him because this is where because he can slot in for the next Supermax deal if he gets All NBA too.
Yeah, you know what?
Man, this Supermax nonsense.
He might be on that list. Let's keep rolling, and he might be there.
He gonna get it, and he ain't gonna do nothing with it.
He might be there,
taking all that money.
I mean, the Wizards are so great at slotting Supermax guys, so. So yeah, this is an important deal. I should have asked you guys this in the beginning. How do you feel about the media being in charge of who gets these Supermax contracts?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Because it is up to the media, because the media is the one who decides these all NBA teams and all the awards they need. In case you guys didn't know, to get that Supermax, that next deal, there's a few criteria that the players have to get, and one of them being on an all NBA team.
Or a individual award, right? SWAC win.
It's not, yeah, some kind of individual awards and stuff like that.
So defensive player of the year gets your Supermax contract.
So the media basically decides all of this.
And whatever.
Do you like it or no?
That's the way it works. That's how.
At first, I was like, I didn't like it, but I'm like, who else is going to do it?
Yeah,
it's not going to be the owners. It's not going to be. It's definitely not going to be players.
Can't be the coaches. Scotty.
And it cannot be the fans because you see how they vote for All-Star games. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I don't know. So, I don't like it. It's just nonsense.
Well, who else would decide it?
I don't know.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know. Because it's the media. It's like
they're the best ones to decide it.
But
you don't have an alternative because you can't trust the owners to do it because they have an agenda, right?
Yeah, but I would figure their agenda would actually be better than the media's.
Because their agenda is not to pay guys.
Well, I kind of get it. So based on who the media covers the most, you make more money. So if you're a bigger story, you get paid more. I understand that idea, but it just sucks.
But then there's guys that fly under the radar that because the media hypes up this guy, but this guy's actually been more efficient, and it's like, well, this guy's getting the money. This guy, the other guy's more efficient.
But the league makes money based on the draw, right?
A lot of the media guys I see, they're pretty smart with it. And they're not dumb about it, and they realize, hey, we're responsible for these guys getting their paydays, and they take it very seriously. Yeah. So I don't see another alternative. At first, like I said, I thought it was dumb, but now I'm like, there's no other alternative. This is the best way. Let me see, Klay Thompson.
Oh.
Klay Thompson.
God,
remember when he started off the season, Mark, and he couldn't shoot worth a damn?
Yeah.
He could not shoot worth a damn.
Problem is, it's not going to go. You know he's going to catch on, and then...
He's at 47% now. I think in the beginning of the season, he was shooting what? Something like 25% or something like that?
Yeah, he's 40% from...
No, he's at 40%.
Yeah. He's a great shooter, man. Is he all NBA?
Something's changed with him. Well... I'm assuming it's something in the team. The team chemistry changed, so that's why he got more confidence, and he's not forcing those shots, and he wasn't forcing those shots.
I feel like he's always forcing shots. He's just hitting.
He's not really forcing. That's what he does, right? He just shoots, right?
I think he's the X factor on that team. To be honest, without him, I don't think they're a championship team, and not championship caliber. I mean,
you might be right. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. Like if it was going forward, I would be like, I would definitely. If I had to choose just two guys to keep, it would definitely be Curry and Klay Thompson.
Oh.
100%.
I'm getting rid of Curry if I were.
I know.
Curry?
Yeah.
He's not the same guy he was.
I know.
I'm sorry?
He is the same guy.
He is the same guy.
I'm just like, I don't want to lose Kevin Durant. No, I don't want to lose Klay Thompson.
We'll see if Curry is the same Curry prior to Durant if Durant leaves.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. He was this person before Durant was there.
But he was like, he was balling before Durant came in. Like, it was any highlight about Golden State was Curry. Now it's Durant.
Yeah.
47, 42, and 90.
That's great.
Great. Yes, it is great. It's great.
But the thing is, remember, if I'm on a team amongst other great players, some stuff just comes easy. If you're always game ready and you can hit those shots, then obviously my percentages are always going to stay the same.
Wow, you guys are hurting me with these selections, man. Like, he's an NBA talk to. He's in the MVP talk to me.
Who?
No.
Curry. Oh yes, indeed, man.
You know what? And that's great that you think that way. He's not for me.
You're talking crazy, man.
You guys are insane, man.
I'm a realist here.
No,
you're talking numbers.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Numbers, like without Curry, that team sucks.
Well, I don't know what that.
And remember that mid-season when they were kind of faulting, is because Curry wasn't there. Durant wasn't holding them up together. It was because of them. That was at the same time Klay Thompson was shooting bad too. Curry comes back.
Now he goes in that part.
No, Curry does make the team run.
Yes, okay, but if Klay was shooting good,
then they'd be fine.
And Durant's doing what he's doing, and Curry's not there.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Well, Curry comes back and all of a sudden he's shooting good. You're not making a correlation between the two.
He's the one that makes that team tick.
But remember,
you're talking Curry Smythe.
Yeah, Curry's the biggest. Like, Curry is the one thing that no other team has. Right? Other teams have a Kevin Durant type player. Well, LeBron James puts up the type of numbers. No one does what Steph Curry does.
Obviously. Remember, he's a guard. Remember, half the time, there's no one in the league that can guard
shooters.
Other shooters.
What James Harden is doing right now, I think Steph Curry is the only other person in the league that can do that.
No.
Put up those. You don't think that guy can shoot from everywhere? No. Oh, 100%. I fully believe that. He's the only other guy who can do that.
There's a difference.
Because remember, Harden does it inside and outside.
Yeah, he's
not really.
James Harden puts
up a lot of threes.
He's a volume
shooter.
He gets
to the line.
He shoots the ball 30 times a game.
Yeah, but
and half of those are threes.
But he gets to the line though.
Yeah,
because he does in and out where Curry doesn't do in and out.
Kobe did it. Jordan did it. Harden.
No, Curry does in and out work. He's like kind of like Nash. Like he'll dribble around, he goes under the basket and stuff like that. Yeah. He'll flip it up sometimes when he's under the basket.
Steph Curry can't score 50 night after night. Like that's not him.
And a lot of times when James Harden gets to the basket, it's because people are backing away from him.
Yeah, because they're afraid of his handles first. And remember, he's not a small guy. And if he has to, he'll put it on you.
He's a pretty thick guy. Like he's a big guy.
He's rocking that dad bod. But the thing is, if you're not careful and you give him too much space, he will.
No, that's what he does. That's what people back away from him.
So he takes a shot.
And he as he slowly dribbles inside the court, and then he puts up. And a lot of times there's a lot of switching. That's why I think Curry can do it. If they're doing as much switching as the Rockets do, and Curry gets somebody like a tall defender, of course he can ball on him and do whatever he wants.
Ball on him. I don't think Curry has a one-on-one game like that. Curry's game is catching fire from three, knocking down shots when plays are made for him. They run a lot of plays for Steph.
You guys are hurting me here,
He's just
man.
the best shooter in the world.
You guys are hurting me. All right, James Harden.
Oh, absolutely. Automatically.
He's a lock, but not first.
I think he's first.
Wow.
He's first on my team.
I really want to know who's on his first team. Like, I really want to know who's on Mark's first team.
My first team is almost unanimous. when I look at it, I'm like, this is the most logical first team I can think of.
Well, to you. Because right now you guys are hurting me. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
It's a lock?
Yeah.
Now, all the team stuff doesn't hurt him?
Nope. No, it's performance. It's all NBA team.
Mark?
He's always one of the top 3 point guards in the league.
Now, I was looking at the numbers because I was trying to figure out...
Someone to go over him?
No, is the numbers actually say, yes, the team plays better with him?
Oh.
It doesn't show up in the numbers, but you look at it, and because everyone in that organization basically admitted it, yes, there is a difference. It doesn't show up in the numbers, though. Definitely does not.
Yeah,
but
it wins and losses.
It's not.
It's not always going to show up in the numbers. It's going to show up in the presence of the court.
Yeah.
Regardless of the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you look at it, you know there is a difference. But
that's where like this whole list thing for me is different. Like I don't look at the numbers. It's
numbers. Oh, I'm looking at numbers and feel like when I look at numbers, I'm like trying to see something that I actually see. Like if I see something, I'm like, okay, I got to find something to define that or to figure that out.
His presence alone is like he's bringing out the ball. He can do one of two things.
Oh yeah.
So you have to respect it.
Kyrie Irving, the only year he missed the All-Star game was the year he only played 53 games outside his rookie season. And his rookie season only played 51.
That's when he was in Cleveland, right?
Yeah. Kyrie Irving is a legitimate top-tier star in this league.
Mike Conley?
No.
DeMar DeRozan?
No.
Not this year, man.
Not this year, eh?
He's taking a step back, fortunately.
This might be his best year.
No.
Not statistically, but he actually look at him because it seems like Greg Popovich has said to him, okay, you see all that 3 stuff you're doing in Toronto that they told you to do? You're not doing that here. You're just going to shoot 2s.
Yeah. Do what you do.
Do what you do. Shoot 2s. I think his assists gone up. I don't know if you're looking at that.
He's having his best season outside.
His assists gone up because now he's driving to the lane and he's seeing guys.
And his rebounds are going up.
Yeah,
he shoots 16% for 3.
Well, he's not a 3-point shooter. That's the whole thing.
He's shooting better than Ben Simmons.
Oh, Michael Jordan shot 28%.
Well, it was a different NBA.
Is it?
Yeah, it was a different NBA.
Michael Jordan,
28 was good.
Jordan shouldn't be a better 3-point shooter than you. It's uncalled for when Jordan's a better 3-point shooter than you are.
Yeah, that was a different league. I wouldn't even really count that. Yeah. Like, if you go back to the 80s, look at a 3-point shoot. Like, it's a different league.
16%.
Yeah, so I think it's like his best year, DeMar DeRozan. 16%. He's not a 3-point shooter.
That's why I started giving that a pass. 16%.
He's not a 3-point shooter.
Bro, let me go look. Let's go look at
DeMar DeRozan.
He was never one.
No, the Raptors forced it on him. He was never a 3-point shooter. This is his best. Who are you looking at?
Jonas Valanciunas.
Why does that matter? Is he going to be on the All NBA team?
No, I just want to see what his 3-point shooting is.
What does that matter?
Because he's a better 3-point shooter than DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, but
I don't understand what that matters.
That's not a minimum of shots.
Embarrassing.
But I don't understand why that matters.
I don't know. It's rough, bro. That's rough.
Comparing Jonas to DeMar.
Jonas shoots 28% from 3.
What does that matter? What does that prove? I don't understand. What does that prove?
DeRozan is trash behind the line. That's so bad.
I knew that from the get-go, man.
But DeMar's a better player. Yeah. You know that. Yeah. Okay, so what does that prove? I don't understand what that proves.
Dude, it's embarrassing.
I don't understand.
How are you shooting 3s worse than center?
Last name I got it, and you guys can add any other names I missed. Ben Simmons.
No. Mm-mm. You know what? I'm saying no, but it's a lot closer than a straight no. Because Ben Simmons does a lot of good stuff.
Like? Just not shooting.
About 9 rebounds and 8
assists. This is my beef. Like, everyone just, he can't shoot, so.
He shoots
Giannis can't shoot.
He shoots 56% from the field. 56.
Yeah, but that's all layups.
Yeah, it's like a center.
Yeah.
And he's 17, 9, and 8.
This is what I think I told you this to you, Smythe. He's a center, but that happens to be a guard.
Now,
if you put him in the post up in the dunk position and really close to the basket, he's awesome. Of course. It's just the fact that he plays with Embiid, which is I don't think they should be playing together.
No. All they got to
do. If you put him in a Giannis situation,
it'd be great.
He'd be awesome.
What if you got a natural point guard in Philly and let Simmons play the 4 besides Embiid?
No, he needs the ball. He's a good playmaker.
So give him the ball when he gets to the court.
He's a really good playmaker.
Run the offense to him all you want.
That's not the problem. The problem is he plays with Embiid, who needs to be near the basket. So if you got Embiid near the basket, he needs to be able to shoot because they can't both occupy the same space. That's the problem in Philly.
Make him the 4.
No, but you want them out, right? Nowadays 4s have to shoot, right? If you're out, you have to shoot.
Yeah, they can make it work more.
There's only one person that's supposed to be in the middle in today's NBA, and everybody else is supposed to shoot. That's the problem. That's the problem with that.
Tobias at your 4.
Tobias is a 4.
Oh,
I thought he was playing 3. Who's playing 3 right now?
Butler.
Oh, Philly's good. Philly's a good team, man.
Butler's leaving.
No, but Philly's a talented team.
We're going to talk about Philly soon.
Philly's a talented.
I'm scared.
No, they're not. I don't know what you're scared of.
That
but
second round's not going to go well for the Raptors. If it plays out like this, I don't know about the Raptors in the second round.
Anyway, any other names you guys want
to? No. The only one that deserves to be in the conversation is CJ McCollum. And Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell as well. Not this year, but
no, he's a forward.
No, he's not. He's a 2.
Who plays? Oh, what's his name? Plays 3. Your boy there.
Your boy. Not Kyle Korver doesn't start, does he?
No, in the Jazz.
My man.
Ingles.
Yes. My man Ingles. Yo, if I had an all NBA team, that guy's on my team somewhere. He is mean.
All right, so let's just get this. Let's get this. Let's get our 100% locks. So James Harden is a lock for you for the 6.
Yeah,
for 6 guards.
100%.
That's 1. Mark.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Wow.
Give me your 6. Give me your 6. I want to know his 6 because this is bothering me now. He doesn't have Curry. He doesn't have James Harden.
No. He said he doesn't know, but for sure they're there. You know what I mean?
Give me your 6, Mark. Guards.
Come
on.
Wow.
My 6 guards.
I just named you all the names. Steph Curry, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Westbrook, Kemba Walker, Beal, Irving, Thompson, DeRozan, Russell, Conley, Simmons.
I agree with the locks. Like some of them you said I've agreed, but I'm talking about like if we're breaking it down the teams. Like
no, we're not doing that yet. We're not doing that yet. So I'm just giving the 6 so we can decide from 6. So the locks is James Harden. Agreed?
Yeah, man.
James Harden, Steph Curry.
Yeah, let's name them all.
6. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker.
Nope.
Wow, that hurts. Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he's on mine. Dame's on mine, bro. Dame carries a team.
Mark?
I mean, on his back.
Yeah, I'll give Dame.
Okay.
Dame deserves
I'll give Dame $1.
Dame deserves it.
You guys said no to Kemba. Did you guys say no to Kemba Walker?
Yeah, man. Kemba's out.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I said no.
I'm saying yes.
I'm also saying yes on that. Skip that. Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I say no.
Wow.
See, this guy's.
I thought you were gonna say Kyle Lowry for a second.
This guy's talking crazy.
Klay Thompson.
Nope.
DeMar DeRozan.
Nope.
D'Angelo Russell.
Nope.
All right, so we're gonna go. So there's two more slots left. So we're gonna go Kemba Walker, Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie
Irving. Okay, you guys outvoted me.
And Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal or Kemba Walker.
I'll go Bradley Beal.
All right, Bradley Beal.
Guys gave me 2 pennies, so pick one.
But now
you don't even have any. Get out of here, man.
With Bradley Beal being in the top 6, he's the only non-playoff guy in the top 6.
Who? Sorry, say it again.
Bradley Beal is the only non-playoff guy.
I would have put. Personally, Kemba Walker's on mine. I would have took Kyrie Irving on just because of the team stuff.
Oh, it's all NBA. It's based on
this is me. Like there's like when you get close ties, that's what it is. Anyway, sorry, whatever. So we got our 6. So who's on the first team? Harden, obviously, right?
My first team.
Who's on the first team? Like Harden's on the first team.
Yep.
You cannot be in the MVP talk and not be in the first team All NBA.
Why not?
He's the only guard on it. He's only guard on MVP talks. You gotta think about it that way.
Yeah, I guess so.
The other one's gonna be a conversation, though.
No, this is gonna be a conversation. The
other guard's a conversation.
Nash would put Steph Curry.
Yes.
You're agreeing with that?
No.
Oh, okay. Nash would put Steph Curry. I'm guessing you'd put Russell Westbrook?
I'm Russell Westbrook for sure.
Who would you put?
Yeah, I go Russell. That offsets the.
All right, you guys outvoted me, so we're gonna go Russell. Why though?
Because it offsets it. You don't have two offensively minded, but one.
It's about performance. We're not actually forming a team.
It's like a team right now. All right, well, no, make your team, Mark.
I say I don't. You go off of these numbers. I don't go off.
We're not going off numbers. I'm just telling you why. I'm asking you why. I'm not saying numbers.
Because you've seen what Westbrook's done now. He's changed his style. He's not dropping 30, 40 points.
He's taking a lot of bad shots, though. He takes a lot of bad shots.
Everyone takes bad shots.
No, he doesn't. He takes a lot of bad shots. It's true. I think his true shooting percentage is like, what, 38?
Again, I don't care about these stats.
But he's taking bad shots.
I don't care.
I'm not saying, but he does. I'm not denying that he's a force of nature. That is true. You can watch him play. No guard in the NBA wants to see Russell Westbrook across from him. Not one person. Because that guy goes hard every time. But the shot selections hurt. They hurt.
Everyone has bad shot selections. I don't really care about that. The fact that, like I said, his presence alone and the way he attacks, it offsets it. Like you don't like the man's still putting up triple doubles, not as much as his record setting year.
Isn't he averaging a triple double right now?
Yeah.
He's averaging a triple.
But the thing is that look what he's doing. Like he's putting up. That's what he's doing. And then Paul George is putting up big numbers. Where
not recently, but yeah.
But the thing is that you put him and Harden, it's essentially the same thing. You have a high offensively guy that's not going to pass the ball as much, but.
And the other guy's going to pass.
But Westbrook's going to have enough assists for both of them.
Russell Westbrook, what he's doing, this will be his 3rd season in a row averaging triple-double. Mm-hmm. That counts for something. His shooting numbers are around where he usually shoots. Like it's not,
they're horrible.
It'd be different if he had a horrible shooting year. So last year he shot 45%. That was the abnormal. Him shooting actually that well. He normally shoots around 42, 43%. The thing with Russ.
From three?
No, from the field. Oh, okay. He's not a great. And from three, 28%. 29 last year. Like, he's around the same numbers. The best year he had, he shot 34%. Not a great shooter. He's a volume guy. Mm-hmm. But he runs an offense. Okay. And he runs a damn good offense. When it comes to point guards, because he's rebounding the basketball, he's passing the basketball, he's scoring the basketball, and he somehow learned to be a number two in this whole thing. Because remember we used to talk about how he took so much shots that Durant couldn't be as effective?
Has he learned to be number two?
Yes.
You think he's going to continue doing this in the playoffs? Let's say, for example, they're down. You think he's still going to do that? Or you think he's going to go back to, I'm Russell Westbrook, and I'm going to score a lot? He's
learned to divert, I don't know why or how, but Paul George can't have career numbers without Westbrook giving the ball, because Paul George is the quiet one. If Westbrook wanted to shoot, he'd sit back and play defense, like last year. But
all right, so I got outvoted by this. So, James, Westbrook, all-team NBA. Who's second now? Steph? Say Steph?
Yeah.
Steph is second. Who's beside him?
I got Dame.
Mark? Come on.
I don't know if I put him beside him.
I'm also saying Dame too. The Portland Trailblazers, he is a Portland Trailblazer. This guy is awesome.
He deserves it.
Awesome. Because even McCullough's just gone down recently, or was it?
No, McCullough, I think he's back now.
Is he back? Yeah, he's back for a little bit. So, like, man, he's carrying this team, man. Like, period, end of story. His numbers are great, too.
All right, logo Dame.
Logo Dame.
We'll give him
Dame.
We'll give him second team.
So that means Kyrie Irving and Bradley Beal are on third team.
Yeah. And Bradley Beal couldn't be higher than third team because he's on a losing team. I can't give him more than that.
All right, sweet. All right, let's move to the guards. The forwards.
Oh, rough.
Again, 6 names.
Are we just doing 3 forwards, or are we doing center as well?
There's centers. There's centers. Position. Okay. It's not as deep, I don't think, but so how many names I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just 9.
What?
9 names.
All right, cool.
And again, you can throw in your own names when we get there.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yep.
Well, of course.
Putting up bloody Shaq.
You have to talk about it.
Putting up bloody Shaq numbers.
Giannis is in. Giannis' first team. We don't have to argue about that whatsoever here.
72 from free throws. Pretty good. I didn't know he was shooting that high. 58% from man. Putting up Shaq numbers, and obviously the way. Who's coach? Budenholzer. Budenholzer. The way they've developed the team now. Just, it's a bunch of shooters around.
That guy's not a dummy.
Shaq.
I don't know how to say it. That guy's no dummy. He knows how to win basketball games.
The new version of Shaq. The new version of Shaq that can dribble and just
drive a basket,
take 2 steps to the 3-point line and yam it on you type guy. And he finds guys too because he can dish out assists and whatnot.
That's disrespectful. You saw what he did to Olenek the other day. Yeah, disrespect. How you gonna do that?
He's not even being nice. That's why you're 7 foot tall and a guard, and you're dunking on guys and looking them in the face like you did something big.
He's showing a lot of attitude now, eh?
Yeah,
I love it.
You hear the man who's like, I don't work out with these guys. I don't work out with these guys. I want to beat them. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I love it, guys. A special player that we're watching right now.
The man has a chip on his shoulder, man.
Like this year, he went to the level. I was like, yo, I'm gonna show you guys what's going on.
Oh, hold on. I have to point out this disrespectful nickname that Basketball Reference gave this guy.
The nicknames are funny when you go to Basketball Reference.
They nicknamed this guy the Alphabet. That's not nice. That's not nice.
I want to know where Basketball Reference gets their nicknames from, too, anyway.
That came out of nowhere.
Drew that out of a hat.
The Alphabet.
Paul George.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, as of late, he's kind of trailed off a little bit.
Hey, man.
Beat up
his shoulders probably not at 100%. But this guy took, what was it, 2-3 years to come back from that injury, and now he's just the player I thought he was going to be in Indiana, which he was on trajectory for. But now he's shown up to be that type of player, like defensively, with all the numbers, averaging I think 28 points per game. I think.
Yeah.
Man's balling out. I don't know anything else you want to talk about. Anything else you want to talk about Paul George, Mark?
No, man. He's what Danny Granger should have been.
Wow.
Because Danny Granger got injured, and Danny Granger couldn't bounce back.
Couldn't bounce back.
Remember
those two guys were together? It's like we were expecting something that was to be so awesome.
But that was it.
We saw a finals run coming.
But that was it. Like once he went down, Paul George started to emerge, but Danny couldn't catch up, man.
No.
I don't know if he just didn't take it seriously. He just couldn't get back to it.
Yeah, that's too.
That was the NBA of what ifs, right? Was that the same time like McGrady and Vince were on the same team? No, a little after. No, it was a little after. Yeah. Sorry.
McGrady and Vince didn't last long enough for us to really.
But that's another team of what if. Even if they grew up in this NBA, that would have been a crazy team. Yeah. Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody want to say anything about Kevin Durant?
There's nothing to say. Like absolutely, positively, 100%. He's on there.
This is a name. To me, it's borderline. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
The numbers are there, but he's missed a quarter of the season.
So many games.
Not because of injury.
Because he doesn't want to play. That bumps him down a bit.
Let's not all speak at once, please.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I gotta hear the other names on the list first. Right now,
wow.
Now, why do you say I don't know?
Yeah, he's stat wise, but I don't see him as an all NBA type guy.
Stats are crazy.
He's the best he's ever played.
The stats are up there as far as stats, but it's the games missed.
It's the asterisk beside his,
the
stats.
And I understand that, but
because who's to say if you played all the games or missed a game here and there, would these numbers still be?
No, I think that's still the same. It's Kawhi. It's just the fact that he sat down. That's my own bet.
For some guys, missing or sitting out 1 or 2 games, that keeps their consistency. Where other guys that they had to play that many games, they might tail off.
I don't know if I'd fault him for that.
Hey, I respect you faulting him for that.
No, the fact that if you play, because right now James Harden's played 69 games, if Kawhi Leonard played 69 games, you think his numbers would be drip?
No, not numbers. Just
nothing.
Like there's another person on this list that you're going to mention very soon that is going to take a hit because he didn't play all of the games.
You're talking about LeBron James?
That's the guy.
Now again, the numbers are always going to be the numbers with LeBron James, Mark. But anything you want to talk about this? He missed how many games? 18?
18. No, well, more now. He'll probably miss 20 games by the time the season's done. But he's on this list.
He played 52 games, averaging about 27 points per game.
He's on the list. Let's not be silly.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Just like that. He is definitely on the list.
There's no one whose numbers are good enough to knock this guy out of the All NBA team.
Mark?
Ever.
Yeah, he's on the list, man. Is he on the first one? Because like you said, because like Beal put up numbers, but his team is not in the playoffs.
If you guys put LeBron James on team, I'm gonna walk out of this podcast. If you guys put him on the first team,
that's where he gets.
I'm gonna walk out.
My first team, I think, is so unanimous.
The man commands it.
You said that last time, but it wasn't.
But this one I think is unanimous.
Blake Griffin.
Oh yeah.
You watching a lot of Detroit games?
He is balling.
He's balling. I seen some stats.
Now it's not his best team. Remember that best year was the year Chris Paul went down.
Yeah,
and they made that run. He was shooting threes. That was probably his best year.
Yeah,
because I think that was a year after everyone saw that they're like, "Oh, this guy can be like top 5 player. This guy can be a top 5 player in the NBA.
This guy can do so much more."
But on this trash Detroit team,
but they're not trash. They're in the playoffs.
But I'm saying on this trash Detroit team, because you probably can't even name their crunch time guys, because I know I can't. Yeah. Their crunch time guys. This guy's balling, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't give him a lock. I don't.
For me, he's kind of borderline. I don't know if I'd give him a lock. He's playing well, and you can't deny that.
If he's on the fence and I can push him over the other side, I will. I'll push him onto the other side.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy B. Jimmy Buckets.
Well, speak on him, Mark. Speak on him.
I don't think so. I'm not getting that feeling from Jimmy Buckets.
Wow, I'm not getting that feeling.
I don't know. He's just not. He's not doing it for me, man. Like he's doing what he's doing, but it's like it's come at the hand of him dictating it. Him coming in and
for me, like not yet. He got traded over the course of the year. No All NBA team player gets traded.
The fact that he ruined the team doesn't help. It doesn't
help either. Doesn't help. He's not. I don't think so for him.
Now, when it comes to crunch time, because we just watched it, who did they beat? Celtics.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets is their guy.
It's Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but that's
as far as the crunch time numbers, he's good. He's probably their best. No, actually, Joel Embiid is their best crunch time numbers. He is the best crunch time number.
He is one of the best clutch players in the NBA.
I think so.
He just doesn't get into enough clutch games,
but
right?
The thing is that it's like he's the crunch time player because Ben Simmons doesn't shoot the ball.
Well, you got Tobias Harris there. Just Jimmy Butler's the best guy to take the shot.
Yeah, but now
no questions asked.
But the thing is now, if Ben Simmons develops a mid-range jumper.
No, I'm not letting him take the shot.
But
now they have said. I think it was Embiid. I can't remember who said it. One of those guys said like they have like it's a mission to get Jimmy Butler going because they know
you want to win the playoffs.
He's key on this team, so they got to get him going.
Not enough ball.
Again, you always say that to every team. I don't know. You said that about Golden State and they still win.
I remember that. I remember saying that very handily. I'm being like, guys, they can't win. There's only one ball. Too many stars.
But the fact that the Sixers rely on them so much doesn't move the needle for you guys at all.
But it's not because he's not good. It's because he's not better than the top six. Fortunately.
Mark, you want to say something?
No, I was gonna say that it's because they heavily rely on him because he's more offensively minded. He does more. Like I said, if Ben Simmons was hitting mid-range jumpers and the occasional three, then you wouldn't have to worry about Jimmy as much, right? Or Jimmy wouldn't be as talked about.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to get him going because Ben Simmons would already be going because he's distributing the ball. He can go in the post. He can do all that because of his height.
You have Tobias Harris as well on that team. Tobias Harris was carrying a team for half a year.
He's not carrying this team now anymore. But.
No, but I'm saying he was. So, like, in the clutch, you could go to three guys before you go to Ben Simmons. That aside.
But it's Butler. But
Jimmy Butler, if you have to make 1 2-point shot to win a basketball game.
Even a three. He's hit clutch threes.
I'm saying, if you look at those four guys, you're giving Jimmy Butler the ball.
Butler has that attitude where he's like, he does think he's that good. The only other person that thinks he's better on that team is Embiid.
Yeah.
Because Embiid thinks he's the best player in the league. Good for him, though. I love that about him. He thinks he's the best player in the team.
And arguably?
I don't think it's arguably. Embiid is the best player in the team.
I'm the most unstoppable guy in the NBA.
I love that.
And I was like, you know what?
I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know about that.
It's not true, but I love that he thinks that.
That's a good.
We're getting to some fringe guys. LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh man, that's a good one, but no. That's a good one.
Old LaMarcus, yeah. Like
Now he's playing very well.
Now he's playing well.
He's that old man. He's that old man.
Yeah. He's a dad.
Now on the last podcast, you said Smythe that the Spurs basically run their offense through him.
They do.
It's not all the way true, but I watched Spurs games. I'm like, that can't be true. So I started watching more Spurs games. They do when DeRozan doesn't sit. Like we're picking nits. I'm picking nits when I said when they don't run through him because they do run a lot of plays. He does play well. He is a lot of their. Arguably, you can argue he's the best player. It can go back and forth, whatever. So you're not wrong, but
I don't know if he's the best player. I'm saying they run the offense through him because their Spurs have to play inside out.
Yeah.
And if you don't give him the ball, he's virtually useless, right? So you're going to run the offense.
It's about 50-50. So we're like, I'm like picking nits. So you weren't wrong, but yeah. It's about 50-50.
But you're not right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's 50-50. No. To say you're wrong, like, I shouldn't even say you're wrong. Like you're not wrong. It's about 50-50. Like, these guys played. I was like amazed. I just happened to start watching Spurs games when they're on that run. I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Do some damage out here.
Yeah, LaMarcus doesn't do it though. He's not a dominant guy.
No, he's good.
He's a really good player though.
Not good enough.
He's almost like Kevin Durant. No, not Kevin Durant. No, Kevin Garnett. At some point, Kevin Garnett slowed down and was just
when he started slowing down.
He was just that
How old is Aldridge? Do you know?
I think he's like
mid-30s,
early 30s.
29. No way. His knees are that shot then. Lee.
Oh, he's a big guy. Look that up if you don't mind, please.
He hasn't really trimmed down either.
Another French guy, Gallinari.
Oh no. Man, poor guy.
The Rooster, forget that.
That's a great idea.
He's playing awesome, man.
Yeah,
like he's playing really good.
Yeah, about time.
Well, he's been hurt this whole time.
Oh no, his whole career.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt.
Aldridge is 33.
He's 33.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go like Smythe can speak on this because he always roots for Gallinari. But yeah,
he's a Knicks fan, that's right.
he's been hurt a lot. So
he's been hurt a lot. But when he plays and teams he plays on, they're always good. If he's healthy,
if he's healthy, he's that big body. He's
a fantastic shooter.
Yeah, fantastic shooter. I don't think he's going to get on this. He's not going to get on this team, but he's a name. He's a name I had you have to mention, right? Any other names you guys want to throw in the hat? Do you have any more names, Smythe? For forwards? I know you had a list.
I think we went through them all, man. Yep.
Went through them all? All right, so let's try and narrow down the 6. So we're gonna narrow down to 6, and then we'll say who's on the first team and all that stuff. Giannis.
Yep.
Lock?
Yep. Yeah, I think the first couple ones we can just skip. We
know who's on this list.
Giannis is lock. Paul George, lock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard?
For me, yeah, man. I just don't...
I'll put him on the list now.
For now, and then you made...
Yeah, after hearing that rest of that list, I wasn't... You're giving me slim pickings here, man.
Blake Griffin?
Yes.
Hang on, let me say some other names. LeBron James?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least one more spot left. So you got Blake Griffin, Jimmy Butler, LaMarcus Aldridge.
I'll say Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
Butler. What would you say? Jimmy Butler or Blake Griffin? Blake Griffin. I say Blake Griffin too.
Jimmy Butler.
Not after you ripped him to shreds and now you're like, oh yeah, put him back on.
Oh, but Blake is. Oh, you said.
No, you ripped Jimmy Butler to shreds.
You put a 6 foot guy. A 7 foot guy with a bunch of midgets. Obviously, he's gonna be the best player.
No. He's the reason they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, Blake Griffin's carrying a team by himself on his back. Right. Jimmy Butler's arguably the 4th best player on his team.
Arguably is a key word here.
We even talked about Tobias Harris. Why not? He was in first in the West at one point.
Okay, he deserves a mention. Tobias Harris. He's not going to make the team. But he's a mention. Okay, that's fine. We mentioned his name. He was carrying a Clippers team for a long time.
Yeah, if there was a 5th team, he might be on the 5th team.
5th, not even the 4th. No. Audible mention team.
All right, who's on the first team? Giannis?
Yep.
Giannis on the first team. That's a lock. Who's beside him?
Kevin Durant.
I give him LeBron.
Wow.
What? Man, you are a LeBron lover. You love LeBron.
There's a few reasons why LeBron can't have it. Reason number 1.
The Lakers don't win the playoffs?
He's not going to playoffs this year. Reason number 2, he missed the quarter of the season.
He ruined the team?
I think that you have to be in service a certain amount, especially to be on the first team. That's just an opinion piece.
I think I agree with that a little bit.
And I think that's going to cost him the actual all NBA.
But you put Kawhi on, though.
Yeah, not the first team.
Okay.
Mentioned on the first team.
Paul George?
First team, and that's tight.
He's in MVP talk. You're not going to put him on the first team?
Yeah, but is Kevin Durant never, is he not in MVP talk?
No, he's not really. I personally would put Curry over him. You guys would obviously put Kevin Durant over him.
I look at Durant's numbers. Kevin Durant over the past
Kevin Durant or Paul George, Mark, on first team. Why always have these long pauses? I don't understand.
I think I give it to Paul George over Kevin Durant.
All right, Paul George.
I feel like
guys, hold on. Let me just give you the numbers.
No, that's fine. We don't know numbers.
Kevin Durant is shooting 51% from the field. Paul George shoots 43%.
But I don't look at things.
I know, but look, Paul George. Look what he's doing defensively. Paul George. And this is arguably he's one of the best guards.
I look at both sides. I'm not looking at one side.
I mean, he's Defensive Player of the Year, and I get that.
And don't get me wrong, Kevin Durant is not a bad defender. He's not bad. He's a very good defender, mostly because he's long and stuff like that. He's a very good defender. But Paul George is he in talks with the MVP. You're not going to give him first team All NBA. Anyway, so we got Giannis and Paul George, second team All NBA. Kevin Durant.
It's got to be Kevin Durant. Man.
Who are you putting beside him?
This is a debate. It's a hot debate. I know Mark's put beside him. So
I know Mark's going to put beside him.
Let's not take Mark.
We know what Mark's going to put beside him.
Now, is LeBron James injured enough to put Blake Griffin on the second team over?
You're going to put Blake Griffin on a second team?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I thought the debate was going to be Kawhi.
No.
You're going on like LeBron took a pause. I want to set out 18 games.
No, he got hurt.
Yeah, that's hurt. Where Kawhi's like, hey guys, we won. We're gonna win again, but I'm gonna settle this game.
I would say Kawhi on the team.
No,
Kawhi's on pace to play 60 games this year.
No, he's gonna play 6 games. I'm just saying he opted out to. Well, it wasn't his decision, but he sat down when he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, he is legit going to play the same amount of games as LeBron James. So if we were gonna talk that, then we might as well put LeBron James there.
Why? Kawhi has a better record.
Yeah,
that team has a better record.
Yeah, but Blake Griffin's going to play 75, 80 games.
I'm not putting Blake Griffin on second team. I am not. I like what he's doing this year. I can't post it online if I put him on the second. I'm not putting Blake Griffin on the second team.
So that aside, you are saying that Kawhi Leonard had a better season than LeBron James.
Yes, the team has a better record.
I can agree with that.
The team has a better record.
I can agree with that. If we're not going to take Blake Griffin.
All right. So Kawhi's on the second team.
Which means
thank God. Thank God. Wow. I thought I was going to have to put LeBron on second team. I was like, no way.
You guys.
I cannot, in good faith, put LeBron James.
Mind you, he had Blake Griffin, Mark, over LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know what? This is why I don't like this podcast. You know?
I cannot, in good faith, put LeBron James not making the playoffs on the All NBA second team. Like, he doesn't belong there this year. And it's okay.
You saw him.
I'm sure he's going to strike back. But this year...
Just because the man doesn't make the playoffs. But hold on. So in his early years when he wasn't making the playoffs with Cleveland...
One time.
He only didn't make the playoffs 1 year. This guy is a playoff staple. This year's not normality, and this year's because he got hurt, and I get that. But...
And he always makes first team All NBA.
He is not making the playoffs. It's going to cost him. I mean, let's be honest. Media's probably put him on the second team. They're gonna be. I don't
know if they are.
They're gonna be like, we can't put him on the first team. But
actually, I think the media will agree more with him. I think they'll align with Mark. There's a lot of LeBron James lovers in the media, and they might put him on second team. They'll be wrong, Mark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would they be wrong? Because Kawhi Leonard's in the same spot.
Kawhi's team has a better record.
But LeBron James has better stats.
Right? LeBron James is a stat stuffer.
I get it, but just that's the argument.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah,
that a man does everything on the court.
And
all right, let's move on to centers.
We didn't do 13. Oh, we did 13. Okay, there's only 3 centers that I think deserve to be on the All NBA.
There's a few. I'll put some names. Jokic.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have him. Yeah,
Jokic.
Yeah. I'm already moving some that I had on my list.
Dude can pass. Like it's all around. I just love this guy, man.
His nickname suits
Joker.
Him. I would never think this guy would have been.
Dumb question.
Denver Nuggets are in first place.
What's his first name, bro?
Nicolo. Sorry, Nicola. Nikola. Excuse me. Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you really not know his first name?
No. I really didn't have him on the list, and I apologize. I'm sorry. Nikola Jokic. I don't know what I was thinking.
That guy's putting up.
Anything you want to speak about this guy, Mark?
And if I told you we're putting
anything you want to speak on this guy?
No, man. He just, like I said, he fooled me, man. I didn't think when he first came in, I didn't think he was going to be this guy.
I didn't think this. Did not.
No, man. He pulled the wool over everyone's eyes.
I'm not going to say I knew, but I knew he was the cornerstone of this team going forward.
Oh, no, but that.
Yeah, no, just because the team had nothing.
The team was building around him, but I didn't know. Did you expect Denver Nuggets to be first?
Not first.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Because we had him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be this good though, and the fact that they let him be this good, because that team's a lot of guards and a lot of guys that are shot.
Yeah.
So the fact they run an offense through him is very impressive.
Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lock.
You want to speak on it? I think we're going to speak on some players.
Best center in the NBA. He can shoot.
The man said it himself.
Pass, he can dunk. He can stand up for himself.
Defensive, he's not all that great. He's not bad either. Oh, shoot. I forgot another guy. Oh, well, let's mention him. Anyway. Karl Anthony Towns.
At the start, yeah. He's been not...
No, I think the other way around. And to start, no.
Well,
now he's putting up numbers because ever since Jimmy Butler left, that guy is out of control, man. Like unstoppable.
Unfortunately, the answer is no. But this is a very controversial, and I think Kat's the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the controversy.
What do you mean?
Well, we're gonna get to the other guy who would go in over him on this list. But I don't know where he stands with anyone's hearts.
52% and 83% from the free throw.
He's a fantastic basketball player. Is he better than Jokic? Is the question you want to ask. My answer is he's not. My other question.
All right, Andre Drummond.
No. Good player. Leads the league in rebounds. Nah.
Mark? No. Shaking your head. It doesn't compute the audio.
No. But Drummond's been doing this. Drummond did this last year too.
He is who he is.
Not really. I think what happened, like he's been playing very well this year. I think the numbers are gonna show that statistically it's the same, but
he's a better player.
He is definitely a better player, and I think because Joel Embiid came in there last year and basically demasculated him in front of everybody.
He's like, yo.
He wanted to come back this year and say, no, I am a much, much better player. And he's playing well. Good thing Blake Griffin's there because he probably won't be in the playoffs.
Well, he's in a great system and he has a good spot because Blake Griffin's not in the key, so he can be in the key. Because he's been in a situation a lot where he had to share the key with another player and it was ridiculous. Now you got guards that are running up and down the court, shooting from outside. You have Blake Griffin who's controlling the offense, and then you have someone who can put away the inside points. And
rebounds. Because
there's a lot of guys shooting and missing on that team.
But this guy's a monster, period. Doesn't matter who's there. He's grabbing that rebound.
Yeah. Well, imagine they made shots in Detroit.
Rudy Gobert.
Nope. No. So hard.
Arguably defensive player of the year.
He's the other guy.
Arguably defensive player of the year, man.
But that's it. He's just
defense.
Offense. No. Offense is not.
No. He's good, man. He makes Utah Jazz run.
Yeah, earlier in the year he wasn't really doing it, but
now they're good, and that's why.
Mark's scrolling Tinder right now.
Yeah, Mark's like, no.
This is swipe right, you know.
Rudy Gobert is the calming force that lets Utah be aggressive defensively.
Yes.
So everything runs around his ability.
Well, he's like when they say a hot goaltender in the NBA, in AHL.
Yeah.
It's like I can be aggressive offensively and go out because I know that guy's going to cover up for me.
Yeah, and that's all he cares about.
And that's Rudy Gobert.
Put him on. I'll put him on.
You know what?
This is a name that's going to be controversial, and he's not on my list. But you got to mention him, Anthony Davis.
See, he's on my list.
Why?
Because when that guy's playing,
he's on a minutes restriction now. He's not playing.
He was the best player in the NBA when he was playing.
Legit. How long ago was that?
Early this year. He's averaging 30.
That was before the trade deadline. Like, imagine that. That was before the trade deadline. That was before the trade deadline. He's playing that well.
Yeah.
What do you say, Mark?
This is I'm between him, Gobert, and Cat. I don't know.
He's on the list.
Wow, I'm protesting that.
Right? Wow. No, it's just it's everything's it's all like messed up and all.
I can argue the Pelicans are better now without him.
Yeah, you can't.
Holiday is playing awesome right now.
Yeah, Holiday's really great.
Like without that, I guess burden you would say because memory demanded to be traded or whatever. Without that burden,
before that problem though, he was arguably the best player in the league.
Oh, he was. Hands down. Hands down. But look at him now.
Yeah. He's also.
And this has been going on for what, a month, 2 months now?
He's on pace to play more games than LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard.
He's on a minutes restriction.
Well, the average will go down
because they don't want to get him hurt because they want to trade him.
The numbers are there. 26 and 12
on the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Nash says, okay, Holiday's playing better. Randall's getting the ball now.
Yes.
Okafor's doing some stuff. When he's gone,
Okafor's doing some stuff.
Well, he has to because Davis doesn't play.
Because he's in the game now.
But the thing is now, okay, he's on minute restrictions. What's going to happen next year when he's gone? Or if they manage to ship him out and Holiday has to play?
They're still going to be number 11 in the West. Who cares what they do? They're not it's not like they became playoff contenders without him.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to get to. Is like he's saying that, well, those guys are playing better. Team still sucks. I don't care I don't care. I don't care if stats go up.
It's like watching Sacramento. Like they play hard. They play better now. They just seem to be playing better now.
They're more together
basketball team as opposed to when the guy who doesn't want to play for them anymore was playing.
I'm not giving out participation ribbons.
Right now, the problem I have though is he's going to play more games than Kawhi and LeBron.
But he's on a minutes restriction, though. Like, you're looking at the games, but you know he's not playing.
And if
you're watching the games, you know he's not playing.
And the numbers are there. Even with those games, where they count against his average, his numbers are there.
Well, show me numbers from the last 2 months.
Well, they're probably trash.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But it's not. It's not an all 2 months. It's an all season, all NBA award, and his numbers are better than the other guys' numbers.
But you penalize LeBron James.
I know, but he's on the list.
I don't understand.
That's all I'm saying. I penalize LeBron, but he's on the list because his numbers are better. All
right.
Anyway, that's a tough debate, man. That's a tough one.
All right, let's number down. Let's get it down to the 3.
Let's vote it.
Joker.
Joel Embiid.
No.
Jokic. Okay. Now,
what's his first name?
Exactly. For me, he's a yes.
Mark? I give it to him. Yeah, he
Joel Embiid.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about this 1 minute ago, and we're right back to it again.
I knew this was the spot where I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm going to be so disappointed because I know what you guys are going to do, and I'm going to be like, no.
For me, the All NBA third team might be the best team to beat the other 2 teams in a game, but they're just guys that aren't around.
You can skip Cat. Skip Cat. Just get.
I'm saying Cat. I'm saying Karl-Anthony Towns. So you guys are going to put Davis on.
We're definitely not saying Cat.
Yeah, I'll put Davis on.
I'll put in Davis too.
Wow.
I'm sorry. You got
just to spite Nash.
No,
disappointing.
I'm sorry. You got to put in.
So disappointing.
Are we picking the best players or are we picking?
All right. So who gets on first? This is kind of tough for me. This is legit tough for me.
Embiid is number 1 for me.
Mark, this is really tough for me.
I want to say Jokic.
I
want to say it's.
But
man.
I can't say Jokic.
Well, like you said,
I'm giving Jokic because he has a better record.
They're first in the West.
Yeah, I'm giving Jokic.
They're first. Yeah, that's a big part because of him, and that's a tough thing to do in the West.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like that one was probably my hardest pick.
Because at some point when the season started, you figured it was going to be Golden State and Houston again, and then they would have been around 3rd or 4th.
Who's second? Embiid?
Sure.
Yeah.
NBA teams. Oh man. So why can't Davis be second though? Then. No. Nobody.
He hasn't played enough games.
Yo, the third team.
If you guys can't see that, I basically roll my eyes. All right. So our first team All NBA consists of James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George, and Nikola Jokic. Our second team.
Hold on, I just want to say that the old school OKC's All NBA first team. That's awesome. They're all OKC's. Westbrook, Harden, and Durant.
Oh, okay. Ibaka's not there.
He'll never be there.
Our second team is Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid. And our third team, Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving.
Oh no, we took
Blake Griffin.
Durant is on the
second team. Blake Griffin, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis.
Sorry. I thought we put Durant on the first team because we're.
No, you put him on the first team.
Because we wanted to win, but.
Why are you writing it down? Are you gonna post it somewhere?
I don't know. I'm just.
Bring it up and talk. Somewhere.
So be like, yo, see what you guys did.
Yeah, we need some hard evidence, man, just in case.
All right, so that was our All NBA team.
Hold on.
Look
how good our third team is. Look at our third team.
Yeah, LeBron James gonna probably sit down on that team and ask for more help.
If there was a game between the 3 teams, which team? How would you rate these teams in an actual basketball game?
I don't know. I think the third team might do some
damage. The third team might win.
Third team
no, it won't. No,
what are you talking about?
Because Anthony Davis is probably going to demand to be traded to the first team, and LeBron James is going to sit out and demand for more help for a third team. So that team's not going to win anything. That team's not going to win anything.
Yo, Nash can't be hosting the show no more, man.
Because I could legit say the second team is not going to do it.
The second team, I like second team better.
Second team get roughed up first, man.
The team was good though.
I like
Steph
my
Curry,
second
Dame,
team.
Kawhi,
if there's a round robin before the finals,
yo, they're out.
Team 2's out first.
All right, so let's go on to some the playoff picture as it stands right now. Let's see what you guys like. Bucks versus Heat.
Oh, Bucks are gonna
really without Brogdon. Apparently,
without Brogdon.
Apparently, without Brogdon, this team is garbage. Apparently,
nah, they're fine.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have any problem with the Heat. Now in the second round without Brogdon.
That's a little bit tough.
Is Brogdon out or is he like?
Well, it's been said 6 weeks, and then he has to come back, and then is he going to be back to playoff shape and all kind of stuff? Blah blah blah. That. And then I think Giannis hurt his ankle. I believe. I don't know. I don't know if
he just played the Bucks and beat them by 30 yesterday.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
They play hard, man. Like the Heat usually most of the time are hard out.
What I love about the Heat is the Heat don't tank. But they don't care who's on their team. They're trying to win every game.
But I remember going back to our last Putback podcast. I was like, I'm happy that I said I want to wait just to get to the playoffs because like he's
have a swan song.
Yeah, I think.
See him standing on the table.
I think it was Shannon Sharp said he's living his best life. He's like, I got Gabrielle Union, I got a couple rings,
I got some cornrows.
Man's living his best life, man. It's like I'm going out, I'm getting jerseys, I'm kissing babies, shaking hands.
If you had to watch and compare Dwayne Wade's Swan Song season to Dirk Nowitzki's Swan Song season,
Dwayne's is way better.
Wade looks great.
He's living. I'm telling you, man, he's living his best life.
Wade looks. I haven't seen a season like this. I can't think of the last guy to have a Swan Song season like this.
Yo, Pop came out there with a gift for the men.
Well, Derek Jeter had a nice Swan Song season.
Who just? No, somebody in the NBA had a Swan Song season.
Didn't A-Rod have one too?
Yeah, he had one of those.
Yeah.
Jeter was good though.
It wasn't as good as Jeter.
There's somebody in the NBA who just.
This guy's an A-Rod hater, bro.
I hate A-Rod.
It's because he has J-Lo. He's upset, bro.
No, it's not because he has J-Rod. Because it looks so fake. It looks so fake anyway.
Someone was trying to air him out for cheating because he got engaged. Like, leave the man alone. Let him live his life.
The same guy who aired him out for drug use. What's his name?
Jose Canseco?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was Jose.
Because Jose Canseco said
he'd fight him anywhere.
No, he said he's sleeping with his ex-wife right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo.
Mind you, if I was like, mind your own business, Jose.
Oh.
Anyway,
we're all celebrities here.
Raptors Bucks. Sorry, what did I say? Raptors Bucks. Raptors Nets. No, Raptors Nets.
No, Raptors. In 4.
I don't know, man. We talk about D'Angelo. He might do some damage on that team.
He might do some damage.
I say 5. The Nets are my favorite team at the bottom. Like you were hoping for a Raptors Pistons, but I don't think that's gonna happen right now.
Yeah, I think the Raps in 5 probably, maybe 6.
No, 5. If it goes 6, they're in trouble.
Go 6. Hey, if D'Angelo can do what he do, man, they can pull one off, snag one in Toronto, and then snag one in Brooklyn.
Sixers Pistons.
Game difference
for what?
Between Pistons and the Nets.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well,
I don't think it's gonna happen, but maybe it could happen.
Yeah.
Sixers Pistons.
Sorry,
Sixers.
Man. Philly in 4, man.
I don't know if it'll be in 4.
Philly in 4.
I think it'd be a tougher out than you think.
That's a clean.
Detroit doesn't have any firepower for what.
That's a clean sweep.
Philly has. Philly has a lot of firepower right now.
Way too much right now.
Right?
Oh, they're talented. I don't know how good of a team they're. Yeah. They're very talented. I don't know how good a team they're. Pacers, Boston.
Boston in 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Boston 4.
yeah, it's unfortunate. And by the time the playoffs start,
I'm so sad that Oladipo's not there, man. I am. That would have been so great to see.
Boston will also be the home team by the time this series starts
because they actually play they actually play Boston very well and tough too. So I was like so sad. Like Turner can kind of abuse him, and he defends very well against
He's
him.
league in blocks.
Yeah, he defends him very well. So yeah, I'm kind of sad to see no Oladipo. Mark, what the hell are you doing on your phone?
Sorry, man.
Talking to chicks.
I said my piece, man. I was just waiting for the next match.
In between, if he's not talking, he's on Instagram.
I was waiting for the next
all right, Warriors Spurs.
You know what's gonna happen.
That's
It'll be 5. It'll be 5 though.
Just like last year.
Just like last year, it's 5.
Tough. I think it might go 5.
That's a clean sweep right there.
No.
I don't think the Warriors are worried about them. Wait, weren't they just in 5th the other day?
Yeah, oh my God.
I just realized this. Weren't they just in 5th?
It's one game. It's a one-game swing from 8th to 5th.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if they're higher up, I would say, the Portland, the Trailblazers should be worried about Spurs. But I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
You're like, wait, what? Where'd they go?
This one is a tough one for me. Denver, Utah.
Oh, no, it's not.
I think Denver and I want to say 6.
6 or 7.
How many playoff series has this Denver team won?
None.
But who could go to Denver and beat them up there? Nobody. No one all year can go beat them.
All Utah needs is one, right?
Yeah.
All Utah would need was one.
There's a way more better chance of Denver winning in Utah.
I think Denver should win. They should.
But if they don't, you're not surprised? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I understand that.
Because now Jazz is kind of coming into form right now. Mm-hmm. So, would not be surprised. Rockets, Clippers.
This?
Sweep.
No.
100% this is sweep.
No, I think this goes 6 or 7.
5. I think 5 at least.
I think that.
Really? You think Clippers get out of that?
If the Clippers have a chance to advance, this is their best series to do so.
Wow. I would think Denver would be.
Because James Harden cannot score 50 plus in the playoffs.
He is going to score 50 plus?
Nope.
Against this team, he will.
Nope.
Against this team, he will.
They're going to make him drive every time, where he shoots a very low percentage. And I think
in the playoffs, I understand what you're saying with that 50-point thing, but I think in the playoffs they're going to be revert back to what they did last year.
So here's what I was thinking was, if they go back to that and they're just as good as they were, they're going to close almost to the finals. Yeah. But if they depend on James Harden to score like he's scoring now at this clip, the Clippers will give them a lot of trouble, because the Clippers, we will forget, they score a lot of points. I don't care who's in the court for that team.
Yeah, man, you got Lou Will coming off the bench.
Lou Will comes on the court. Points are he's a professional scorer. That's what they call him. They don't call him a basketball player. He's a professional scorer.
Does he have the most? He has the most points coming off the bench in NBA history. Yeah, I think he has a record.
Yeah, he passed Crawford.
Yeah.
While Crawford's still playing.
This is another tough one.
That's disrespect, bro.
This is another one. But I'm like, because last podcast I was very high in OKC. I've changed my mind about that. Portland versus OKC.
OKC in 6.
Here's my thing about this series.
I don't trust Westbrook. I don't trust
him. But him against
Dame. Dame will. Dame is gonna do what he's gonna do against Westbrook. But on the other end is gonna same thing.
But Westbrook will play some defense.
Now
he has some size on him.
Who wins the Nurkic-Adams matchup?
What?
Yeah, that's what I think this series comes down to.
I don't think so.
I think Adams will get it. Adams is a bully.
Adams looks like he's hurt. He looks like he's hurt.
He's playing.
He's not playing. He's not playing that well.
He's not playing important.
Now Paul George is not playing that well either.
That's the problem we have with this team.
Hey man, you have a week and a half overlay before the playoffs.
Yeah.
Time to heal up.
And and like we said, like this is really tight, so that might not be the matchup going in there.
I know. A little far-fetched, but whatever.
Anything else you guys want to touch on in the NBA? MVP still Giannis in this room?
Yeah, I guess
it's getting harder because the talk is all.
I've officially changed my mind. Yeah, it's Harden. I've officially changed my mind. It's definitely Harden.
Talking to Rob last time about it. I don't know. I think I want to touch on. What do you guys think about Vince coming back for one more year?
No, man. Why we keep talking?
Where?
About
You say no, I'm not saying
play in general.
Another year.
Would it make it the longest for him?
No. I think what's his name? Has Parrish. Wow. And Parrish is a lot. I think he played to his close. If not 50, it was pretty close to 50.
Okay, so then he's not going to get there.
He played way too long.
The Atlanta Hawks love Vince Carter. So if he asks to come back, they'll bring him back in a heartbeat.
I heard him on a podcast. Was it a podcast? Yeah, he said he's gonna play. He said he's ready to play. He's like, as long as he likes getting ready, he likes doing all this stuff. So he says he's fine to play.
And they love him. So it's not a big thing for him to play another year.
Wait, you don't think he should play another year, Mark?
No, I find like he's been playing. His minutes are limited, but he still produces when he goes out and he has to, man.
Since the All-Star break, he's shooting 47% from 3.
He's a patient man now, man. He doesn't rush now. He takes what he gets. He takes what he gets.
If you give him the lane, he's still gonna dunk it.
Yeah, he almost put it back on. Who is it? Is it Cat?
Yes. Yep.
Should have, man.
He's still a serviceable player.
Yeah, man.
He could play.
Some of those other guys can't even get back in the league. It's just sad.
It's hard work, man. Like when you start getting at that age, it's a lot more work. Because he says what he told me when I heard what he has to do, like. No, thank you.
Like what?
No, thank you. That? It's almost a lot more work off the court than it is on the court.
But what are you really doing with your life? You have kids and that's
it. You might as well just play. I don't understand.
You might as well.
We can have one more funeral on the show.
Who?
We're going to bury the Sacramento Kings playoff hopes.
I knew they weren't making the playoffs anyways.
No, they were out of the playoffs a long time ago. Yeah, I just said I wanted them for my own entertainment.
They were out for the moment that season started, guys.
Well, Fox is kind of... Well, Fox is kind of like he's kind of slowed down now.
Yeah, so. But I could have told you from the moment that season started, as hot as they weren't making the playoffs.
Really?
That team.
Really? And you would have said the Clippers are going to be in there?
Yeah, really?
But
Really?
I didn't think the Clippers would be either. But Sacramento's way too young, man.
No, they're young. They're young.
I don't think they're too young. I just think
What's the average age on that team?
like 23.
But you think a bunch of average age of 23 is going to make it to the playoffs?
Yeah, they could. They were playing very
They're
good.
playing very well, but they're
This
not.
is not the NCAA. This is
Oh my
the
god,
NBA.
I get it, but I mean, the whole season they were hanging around there, and I thought they're doing really well, and they've fallen off. I don't know what happened to them.
Fox is trailed off.
But now they're playing like they're not a playoff team anymore. Where before they were a very tough team. They're playing everyone very hard, and they had great players. They had.
They're young.
I guess playing that hard for so long with Fox, I'm like, first year, you probably got tired.
It gets tired, right?
But I mean, the Nets did it. The Nets are in the playoffs. They are in the East. They are in the East.
But that's it.
But if the Nets can do it,
if you put Sacramento in the East,
and the Nets play more like the Rockets.
Well, in a 7-game series, who do you think wins? The Sacramento Kings or the Nets?
Nets.
Nets.
That was took a while though.
No.
You know what I think should happen? Here's my thing. I think first round pick should be a playoff series from the non-playoff team.
No, like that.
And you should have to win it.
I don't like that.
So your team is playoffs. You have to play good enough.
No, I don't like that because then the rich can keep getting richer.
So
You're a
no,
good
almost
team.
rich get richer.
Well, you're a good team. You're gonna the rich.
So if you tank, you get nothing.
I did hear something because Brian Burke, he was on Hockey Central.
Yeah,
I think it was on Hockey Central. Anyway, he said something. They were talking about the NHL draft. If you're able to be in the lottery 3 times, you are not allowed. So if you get in there 3 times, you are not allowed to pick first for 2 years. So you're in the lottery 3 times, you get your picks, but after that, you're not allowed to pick first, especially if you get first. Or was it if you get first or top 3 picks, you're not allowed to pick in the top 3. Something like that. Anyway, you're penalizing, so you're not constantly getting first picks. Yeah, it's good. Like you get 4th is the highest you can get. I think I like that because then you don't end up with teams like, well, in hockey it's obvious, like the Edmonton Oilers, but you don't end up with teams like
the Penguins, man.
No, well, bringing it back to basketball, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh,
remember they got Wiggins, Irving, and
Bennett.
They only kept one of them.
I know, but a team like that can keep.
They kept 2 of them.
Yeah, a team like that keeps screwing up.
Yep.
Like that's not
if they have a first top 5 pick this year, I'll be upset.
You know, league's gonna rig it.
But why does Cleveland have to be good? Why would you want Cleveland to be good? Who cares?
Well, they're bad. They're not good. They're bad.
I know, but Kevin Love's gonna play a whole season. Plus, you're gonna get a top 3 pick. They might be all right next year.
Kevin Love didn't play a whole season.
No, he's talking about next.
He does next year.
Oh, next season. If they don't trade him,
you're making $30 million. I don't understand why'd you trade him? He's good. No one likes him.
Assets.
It's just me. Only person that likes Kevin Love.
I like him.
Yo, Kevin Love,
Kevin Love's go back to Minnesota.
Let the haters get you down, bro. I got your back.
He's going back to Minnesota.
You're a champion. You're a champion. You're a champion, Kevin. You know what?
That'd be hilarious.
That's bittersweet, boy. You get him traded back. I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be surprised. We laugh about it now. Watch it happen.
Just next week.
Wiggins is such a disappointment, man.
Like, he is who he is.
He's sad, man.
And because of Wiggins, everyone compares RJ Barrett now to Wiggins.
Yeah. I'd be upset if I was Andrew Barrett.
I'm like, we're not. All Canadians don't play the same. Like, get off my back. Get off my back.
Apparently, Jamal Murray, he's better.
I know Jamal Murray's doing good things, but
Andrew Wiggins shooting 40% from the field.
I don't want to talk about this guy.
Andrew Wiggins, 16, 17.
Stop right there. We either wrap it up or we talk about something else. I want to talk about Andrew Wiggins' disappointment.
That's some deep hate, man.
He's digressed.
He's trash.
He was never good. He was never good.
That year,
never.
When he was averaging 23 a game, he was
never good.
Hey,
he's athletic.
Yes,
that's all it is. He's athletic.
He had a good year. That's all I'll say. He had a good year.
Never good. Anyway, I guess that's the Putback Podcast.
Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we're done.
That was a short one.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
Seemed shorter than
hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. That was good.
Last time, didn't we take
time
2
flies.
hours last time?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we had a long. The West Conference was long. Yeah. And Casey was here, and Casey. Chip. We're going to do a playoff preview, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get a playoff preview, but we might get into the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to do a playoff preview. Because we're going to do it on the team podcast, so it's like, why are we going to do it twice?
Yeah, we'll make some picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tune into our team. We'll have some picks there, so.
gamble some money.
Yeah, we still got a few good shows.
We might come back in the playoffs, but we'll see.
We have to come back.
And definitely we'll come back before free agency.
Oh yeah, with the draft lottery.
When the real NBA starts. When the real NBA starts. Forget all these games.
Half of the players in the league can be free agents this year. This will be the greatest free agency period in the history of sports.
It's gonna be glorious.
It's basketball.
It looks good on paper, but it might not be.
And get ready for Mark to be. Why did they paid that guy? They're not gonna pay that guy. Oh, you got paid. Oh man, they're not gonna pay this guy. I wouldn't pay this guy. Oh, you got paid.
I might have my own little segment when that happens.
Casey hasn't know. Mark has the number of every free agent. He's gonna call them all to join the Lakers, so LeBron James can be relevant again.
Whatever.
So you can help with his buddy.
You guys are laughing. Whatever, man.
I'm serious. I'm calling him right now.
All right, man.
All right, that's the Putback Podcast. Yeah.